I'm out here on the red chrome today. Now, I've had a couple of subs ask me could they have a bit better look at this bike here out from under the veranda, and just with the red chrome tank on, just see how it looks with the black mudguards. So there she is here now. Like, overall, I got no complaints at all on this side here. That looks really good, and maybe just doesn't look quite as dressy as compared to when you got the guards on. Okay, we'll have a look at this side now, so that gives you both views there of the bike with the red chrome tank, the original, and the front and rear mudguards I got off eBay. Now, to give you an idea on these mudguards, like I did try to source them directly from India, a new set, and the going price was roughly about $600 to get more like the matte or plain colours, and if you wanted a set of chrome front and rear, they were pushing up around to 700 Australian dollars. But I'd been watching a site on eBay where a guy had advertised these ones, well, I think he was some sort of a dealer of spare parts, and these were used ones, and I ended up scoring those for $250. So I figured a $250 outlay, I might have a crack at them and go for them, and they're not perfectly brand new naturally. Got a few slight battle scars on there, up around this section here, but nothing that worries me, because you know the idea of this was to run actually the halcyon blue tank. So I thought anyway, the easiest one for me to do at the moment, to bring out and show you the red chrome, and next time out I might bring the halcyon grey, or the same bike out with the halcyon grey tank, and you can have a look at it that way. But overall, you know, just with the red chrome tank, this bike still looks pretty good with the black guards, I think, and especially when you look at the solo touring seat, and also that rack I put on the back, which I picked up from eBay too. So both those items were eBay specials directly from India. The rack I wouldn't class as a really good fit when I put it on. It was a little bit on the crooked side, and I had to panel beat it with a hammer. But take into account this rack here, I mean, where would you get a better deal than that rack for around about $70 Australian delivered? And you know, if you're chasing them, you'll get on eBay and you'll find them on there. And like I said, apart from panel beat it with a hammer there to, what ones did I do? I think on one of these corners here, left or right, I'm not sure now, just wouldn't line up, and I had to just belt it across. But it was no big deal, and it was easy to do, so that's something for you to think about if you want to get one of those, and they're well worth buying. And the only other option there, you know, I've got the sump guard on it too, and a heel and toe shifter. But overall, I think for a change of scenery, the you know, just the red chrome tank on this doesn't look too bad, and once again I think it makes it look a little bit older than what it does when you have a look at the highly dressed front and rear chrome guards. And the reason why, you know, I didn't want to get in there and butcher me red chrome guards is once you get in there and you know, attack and paint it, which was no big deal, because I could easily do it, but the thing is, once I've done it, I've buggered them up. And then if I want to go back to the original, I've got to source out that original red and the other stuff. So it was just more easier for me to pick up a set of second-hand guards. And like I said, they'd been advertised there for 3 or 4 weeks and no one had bought them. So I came in and ended up buying them both, and I got the matching pair, and it was all good there. Wasn't a real big effort to fit them. Like the front was a little bit snaggy to go through those front forks, and the back one, well, you might have seen my other video where I lift the rear guard just to show you how you can get access to the back of these bikes. But we'll talk about tyres now. So see these ones here, in case you're new to the channel. These are the, I'll swing over and show you the back one too. Get down low, go. Look at the tread pattern on that. These are really good tyres. I had these last weekend, or last week I should say, down along the bridle track, 2 up, wife on it, and these tyres sort of handled it really well. Never had one slip or anything like that. I was going along, or any indication that these tyres couldn't be trusted. They're really good tyres. So in fact they're that good that I've already ordered a set, and next Monday or maybe Tuesday the Suzuki V-Strom 250XX goes in and gets the same rear tyre, and I think up front it's going for a dual sport, what they call a dual sport front tyre in the same brand, because I don't think they make these Tractionator Adventures in the front ones anymore. I think is a bit of a problem, but on the V-Strom they'll be tubeless. Now, one thing what I'll point out, and you may not be aware of, first thing you notice when you put these on, it raises the seat height by most likely I would say roughly an inch, and you'll know there's a bit of a more lean on the bike when you pull up, like as it's leaning there now, although this isn't perfectly level ground, but you can see the lean on it because it's up maybe 1 inch more. And more importantly, when you get out along the road, they hum along a bit, you know, like there's a little bit of a hum in the tyres. And at first when I was riding it around, I noticed it was a little bit heavy in the steering to swing left or right, but now I'm running it at around about 30 pound and the bike's running really well in that area. And coming out here now, you know, like it runs along the bitumen at 80, 90, 100 kilometres an hour, as good as what it had run along. It wouldn't go quite as good as what it was running on the factory Seats, but considering what sort of tready tyres I've got and how good it is when you get off road, you know, they are really good tyres as far as that goes, so they're money well spent there. So overall, that's about it. Something you might be aware of: if you put these tyres on, you go up another at least an inch in height, I'd say, off the ground, and also your side stand switch, or should I say side stand, will be a little bit shorter, so you'll get a little bit more lean on it. But I wouldn't be too concerned about that because it's no big deal. Not once have I got to a situation where I reckon it's going to fall over. But if I get back here again now, on this spot here, you will see the bike's got a bit of a lean to it. So it's no big drama. But overall, I'm really happy with these tyres on the bike, and I reckon I'll be able to get a fair bit of fun out of that. And the next clip out, I might see if I'll swing over, fit the petrol pump into the calcium grey / blue tank, and then we might come back out and put it in the same spot, and that way you can have a cross reference back and just have a look at both coloured tanks on this bike with the black guards. So if you're on the market and you think to yourself, well, I've got a spare tank, I wouldn't mind trying. If you can get onto a set of guards, and you know, it doesn't matter what colour they are, but you know, you could always give them a rub back and hit them with a bit of matte black paint, because as you'll know on this one, on the side cases there and the airbox, they're still gloss black, and just the front and rear guards are matte. I could have sprayed them gloss black if I wanted to, but I think at this stage I'll just stick to what I've got, because I really don't mind, I really don't mind the look of this bike, even with the red tank on it. So you know, it sort of sits out well. In fact, I think with that red chrome tank, it makes it look, I don't know, I'd say mid-60s style of a bike. So that's what my thoughts are there. So when we have a look at it with a calcium grey tank on, you can make your own choice there. Either way, if you like what's going on here, or if you like this red chrome idea just with the black guards, you can always leave a comment there and just tell me what you think. And more importantly, if you're in the market for a set of good tyres and you can get onto Moto's Tractionator Adventure, I'd highly recommend these tyres, because like I said, I had this bike down the bridle track with a wife on it, 2 up. It went through some really loose ground stuff on the dirt. Then I got near the river sort of side and I got into sandier sort of stuff, and I never had any issues with this whatsoever. So, you know, like, I was surprised. If I would have been on stock tyres in the sandy section, I know I would have been in a, I would have been looking for trouble. So that's for sure, but never once did this give any indication it was a problem, and I'm really happy with the tyres. So even if you don't like the mods on the bike, you might say to yourself, I'm ever after a set of tyres, he reckons they're alright, I might try them. So once again, thanks for tuning in, take a look, and we will catch you later. So those crows in the background going ark, ark, ark. So cheers for now.